Hello, I'm Jim Noble with Noble Food and Pursuits, and today we're going to do Fresh Herbs 101. We're going to go to our garden and we're going to pick. Most of my herbs are savory, our herbs, I better say, because Karen planted them. We have parsley, that's curly leaf parsley, rosemary, French thyme, English thyme, savory, sage, and oregano. And we mix these pretty much together as a mixed herb for a lot of the dishes we do, particularly the roasted chicken. And we use a little bit of all of those. Sometimes if we're doing a beefsteak at Fiorentina or like the goat head steaks, we may use rosemary only because it's such a pungent flavor. All of these are high oil, plump little leaves that have great intense flavor in them, and when they're picked fresh, they're better than anything you could buy dried. And also, and they're so easy to grow, you should grow them in your own house. So let's go to the garden and take a look, and then we'll come back inside and I'll show you how to trim them.
We're going to start with some French thyme. You just pull some sprigs. And grab a little English thyme. A couple leaves of sage.
Oregano's right here. We got a little savory.
This is the first time we picked this. We've been waiting for it too. Some curly leaf parsley. And then one rosemary sprig.
All right, let's go inside and trim them up. So there's rosemary, curly leaf parsley, English and French thyme mixed together, the oregano, and the savory right here, and the sage leaves. All right, we're gonna prep these herbs. First, the rosemary. I just strip these leaves back and leave the hard stem. When you get to a point where it breaks, that's a tender part, it's okay to leave in there. Parsley, I try to break off the tips. Now these stems I'll reserve and use in my stock. Oregano, same thing. Strip leaves until I find the tender spot. Just like that. Real simple. All right. Savory, same thing. Again, I reserve all the stems for stock, and I've got a chicken stock going just because we like to have one going. Sage leaves, chop up in the whole mix, and then the thyme is the one that takes the most time. I guess that's why they call it thyme, because you have to strip each stem back. Sometimes you can do a couple at a time, but you don't want to end up with these hard stems in your herb mix. Okay? Just pulling them back, pull the top off. Once they're all trimmed, we'll chop them. Mix them all together, chop them fine. And they're ready for use.